Away people, I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys had a good weekend. It's been a good weekend for football. It's been a good weekend for Manchester United, winning 5-1 against Leeds United. Also, the unveiling of Varane, spectacular, guys. Spectacular. I've watched that video at least 3 times. Just to hear the crowd and to hear that man walk out with that jersey number 19. Let's go, Varane. Anyway, it's been a good weekend for football and Manchester United. And I say that because this video is obviously supposed to be shot after the game. But it's only been shot on the Sunday evening. And the benefit of shooting the video now is that Manchester City lost, we know this. Arsenal lost, we know this. And they're two of our biggest rivals. I mean, obviously, Chelsea and Liverpool did their thing, expected. But Manchester City lost against a Tottenham side that's under new management. And Nuno's is a weird appointment. But you know, he was a bit defensive at Wolves, but he done a great job at Wolves, and he has a better squad now. He has better backing. He's at a bigger club, and who knows, he might become a great manager at Tottenham. But this is not the Manchester City, the Liverpool. I don't know what else. Leicester, Arsenal. This is not a talk show about them. This is a talk show about Manchester United, and we're here to talk about the game. We're here to talk about Paul Pogba. We're here to talk about Bruno Fernandez. We're here to talk about Scott McTominay, who had a good game, but as he always does against Leeds. So let's get into all that good stuff. But before we do, you need to like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification to help me out a bit, help out the channel. But I mean, it doesn't hurt. A little bit of energy for you guys to do that. But anyway, let's move into the game. And basically, as I tweeted, the team sheet that I predicted was incorrect. So what did I say? I said Martial, James, Bruno, Greenwood, Van der Beek, Matic, and then the back four, which I got the back four right. But I mean, if you think about it, we saw Matic come on the field. He's so laboured, and against a team such as Leeds, McFred was actually the best we could put out, no question about it. What else? So let's talk about Paul Pogba and how brilliant that guy is. And we see him playing out on the left wing, and obviously, we as fans, many fans are screaming out for CDM. We can get a decent CDM for 15 million, 20 million. I'm sure Basuma won't be crazy amounts of money, not like 100 mil like Declan Rice is going for, but it's a position that needs to be filled. And if you look at Pogba for France, he's brilliant with a good CDM next to him. But if you just think about it, like, Pogba was in such advanced positions that if he does play in that center position, he might not always be there. But Pogba is just that world class of a player that he will still be able to affect the game even from that position. And if he has a good CDM, he will be able to advance well enough and have time to get back if that CDM is good enough at covering him. And I don't know, as good as Matic is, I don't know if Matic is a guy just because he lacks that energy. Matic just lacks that energy. But Bruno Fernandez scoring 3 goals, I mean, in his first game, with no penalties, guys, with no penalties. All the other fans, everyone else that doesn't support Manchester United is crying, even some of our supporters. But I don't want to speak about those supporters, those plastic fans. Bruno Fernandez scoring a hat-trick, no penalties. He made it look easy. I mean, Greenwood had a brilliant game. And I just want to speak a bit about Greenwood because Maxine Greenwood, he scored 30 goals for Manchester United. And I don't even think he's not even 20th, and he scored 30 goals. And that picture of him is everywhere. I mean, it's such a lovely picture. Everybody, all the fans are like, and he's like screaming, running to the corner flag. What a brilliant picture! And he's so good. He doesn't, if you watch him, he doesn't seem like he's overplayed. He doesn't seem to be fazed by anything, and he's so young. And if you look at Rooney, obviously Rooney also played from so young. Rooney burnt out so early in his career, so early. Obviously, he had a wonderful career, he had a long career, but he burnt out as that potential that he had. That playing burnt out so quickly. And it's also maybe because he was handed the captaincy armband, but something just died in Rooney. And with Greenwood, you watch him, and it's maybe because he's still like young. Like maybe we'll see when he hits 23, 24, 25, we might see him just die off a bit. Not because he's not a great player, but when players start playing as young as they play, it affects them like later in their career. But hopefully, like I'm saying, Greenwood doesn't seem to be affected, or he doesn't seem to be like the player that would be affected. But anyway, like I'm saying, I just want to speak about Maxine Greenwood and the game. And he had a brilliant game, seriously, guys. But he had a brilliant game because he had to work. And the team, him as a striker, the team didn't work for him. And that's a problem coming in from last season into this season, where our striker is just not getting enough service. Just not enough. Like, we scored 5 goals. But as a striker, man on top, I just don't think there's still not enough service, and something Ollie really needs to look into, because we can be scoring more goals, we can be scoring more goals. And I just think the service, especially when the team is spread, maybe it's because of the way we play, we build up, and maybe that's why, but there's no, like, when the team is stretched, maybe the ball's coming from Maguire, you don't see that early crosses being hitting from the flanks, and that's what I'm talking about. And especially a guy like Edison Cavani, he thrives off that. And it's just something we need to bring into our play. And hopefully with Sancho there, that's going to happen. I mean, that's why we brought in Sancho. I think that's one of the main reasons we brought in Sancho, to get some creativity from the wing, to get some proper assistance, to get some proper creativity from the wing. And I just think we lack that, especially with Martial playing on the wing, Rashford playing on the wing, James, like I said last season, I didn't notice James in this game, but like I said last season, if I was Daniel James, I will constantly practice. I'll stick a post up of David Beckham, and I'll constantly just practice getting the ball to the striker, because if he had to prove that to us last season, he didn't have to be a great footballer, but if his delivery was great, if he was always finding the striker, I promise you, he would have been undroppable last season. And I stick to that till now, because there was no winger doing that last season, and that's why we brought in Sancho. It's too late now for him. He has to be sold next season. Ahmed, Palestri, great players. I would rather see Dan James go out on loan or be sold. Could have sold him to Leeds. Another problem, just while we're on signing players, another problem with Manchester United. Have you noticed we can't sell players? Manchester United can't sell players. And there's 2 reasons. We want too much sometimes for a player. Who is it now? I'm not going to get into it. But, yes, Jesse Lingard, my bad. Jesse, we want 30 million for Jesse, but we just basically paid 45, 50 million for Varane. And there's no difference between the situations. 1 year left on the contract, and we are overcharging for players, and we are giving them too much wages. Phil Jones is on way too much wages. Why is he on a contract even? But that's another story on its own. The back four, they played really well. They played really, really well. David de Gea, he didn't have much to do. And Lindelof is there. He put in that ball through to Greenwood. And he's there like, yeah, sure, Varane is here, but I need to step up my game. And I think he had a great game. McTominay, I don't know, he just plays well when he has that space and that freedom. And obviously against Leeds, he always has that space and that freedom because of the way Leeds play. And obviously Ole Gunnar Solskjaer knows this. And he gives him that freedom, and he had a very, very good game. Fred, he messed up here and there, but he also had a very decent game. He also got the goal. Moving forward on to Bruno Fernandez with the hat-trick. Like I said, Greenwood on the right. He was first striker and then he moved to the right. He had a brilliant game, and the only thing is, he had a brilliant game because he had to make it brilliant. The team didn't help him make it brilliant, and I just think the team needs to help out the striker a bit more. On the left, Dan James, first off, he was super quiet. He's obviously there to absorb that energy, but you obviously want something more from him than that, and he just didn't give that to us. What else can I say? Second half, Pogba was immaculate, Bruno was immaculate, and it's crazy. They are in a three, that two are the best in the league at the moment. I think City have a shout with obviously De Bruyne and Grealish, but Pogba and Bruno, what a pairing. And the thing is, like, with regards to the eye test and watching him play, obviously De Bruyne, when it comes to the eye test, he's insane. But also when it comes to stats, modern day football fans, they love to look at stats. And okay, Pogba's stats is not always great, but Bruno's stats it's beyond Frank Lampard. It's beyond that generation. It's beyond this generation. He's setting records. He's just setting records on another level, and let's hope we can keep him at Manchester United for the foreseeable future. We need to sort out his contract. We need to sort out Pogba's contract. We need to get rid of players still. And it's something that the board had a good transfer window, but it's something they need to work on, getting rid of players and getting contracts sorted of people in the club. They brought in two brilliant players, and well done to the board. Nobody expected it, but there's just now they need to work on the actual squad. Our squad is way too big. Way too big. Phil Jones is in the squad. Eric Bailly is in the squad. I'm going to say Daniel James is in the squad. Jesse Lingard is in the squad. We have too big of a squad, and our squad is so big that, and this is our senior squad is so big that even if we fill a full team plus bench, and they increase the bench size this season plus bench, we still have senior players that can't be on the bench. And the problem with that is we need like one or two youngsters to be on the bench week in, week out, just to get that experience. And as much as Oli has brought the youngsters up, I think sorting out that senior squad, getting it cut down, will help the youngsters, and obviously will give them more confidence that they can also get into the team. Anyway, what did I not touch on? Scott, new season. Yeah, so I was, as everybody else was, annoyed that McFred played, but I think for the Leeds game, they were brilliant. I'm just going through my notes here. Yeah, the goals was sublime. The goals were so good. Even Ailing's goal. I think Fred, Pogba was also there, but Fred was at fault for the goal that Manchester United conceded. Greenwood, Pogba's ball to Bruno for that first goal. It was such a Pogba is so good, bro. And Pogba's issue is consistency. His issue is consistency, as everybody knows. But last season, I think he was quite consistent. I think it was the seasons before that he wasn't consistent. Last season, he was quite consistent. And he obviously, in the first game, he kept it up. And let's just hope he can carry through and sign the contract. Give that man what he wants, which is, I think, about 500,000 a week. If he leaves, he can get more than 500,000. That's the problem. But we need to get him to sign at 500,000. Yeah. But guys, it's the first game. It's Leeds. We done them 6-2 last season. Let's not get overly excited. We have easy fixtures as well. I mean, City has played against Tottenham, and obviously Tottenham is traditionally seen as one of the more difficult games. So we just need to keep our cool. I mean, it's exciting to thrash a team like that, but we just need to keep our cool. Take it one game at a time. Obviously, Ollie, it's more difficult for him, but that's what he needs to do. Us as fans, we can go crazy, but I'm just saying, we also need to chill. Take it one game at a time. We played brilliantly. We have one of the best midfields in the league. We probably have the best defense in the league. I think City's defense is also really good. Liverpool's defense is also really good. I don't know. Top 4, it's crazy. Top 4 is crazy. I don't even know if I want to say we have the best defense in the league if you think about the other teams, but our defense is so good. Let's not get into our attack, because with Sancho there now, Edison Cavani there, Maxine Greenwood, Rashford. I know people don't like to speak about Martial, but I think this is going to be a good season for Martial. Our attack is super crazy, and this is one position missing, but I'm not going to mention it again. Anyway, guys, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, comment down below what you guys think about the game, what you guys think about the rest of the season, the league, Arsenal, City, Leicester, We can talk about other clubs on this channel, I don't mind, because obviously they affect Manchester United. And if you want to talk about other clubs, we can, as long as it's in relation to Manchester United. But anyway, I'll see you guys in the next one. And just thanks for the support. Peace out.